The verse of day today is James 1:22, which says, "Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourself. Do what it says." And now this sounds very simple and very much like common sense, but it's very easy to not do it because with the Bible, it's one of those books where it's very easy to just read it and just move on. But like the Bible is different from most books in the fact that we really need to decipher the Bible. Like you can't just read it and move on. You really got to go chapter by chapter and verse by verse to really understand what is trying to be said and what you should learn from each message. And now, I'm not saying this is easy. This can be hard for many reasons. One, Satan tempting us with other things that might bring more pleasure to our life, like, for example, phones and social media and all that. But also because, like I said before, the Bible is very complex, and for those who aren't used to reading or just not that good at reading, the Bible is very taunting and can be a very difficult read. So, for those kind of people, I do recommend starting out with like a simpler Bible translation. I know I'm gonna receive some flack for this if you know what I'm talking about, but it might be a good idea to start out with something simpler like the Message, which is a Bible translation that's oftentimes hated in the Christian community just because it's very it paraphrases so much of the original scripture to the point where it's not really comparable to any other translation. But for someone who doesn't do a good job of understanding the translations such as the ESV or NIV, that can be a good place to start. And don't even get me started on the KJV because Old English is very hard to understand, so that's why I don't use that. But honestly, that's why we should 100% be like dedicating plenty of time to reading our Bible and not just a simple 5 minutes or something like that. Dedicate a solid 30 minutes to understanding each chapter because then you'll actually be able to dive deeper into the word and understand what each verse means.